Hello and welcome everybody to the first installment of Taking the Green Flag at Roy Knob Motorsports Complex. Not only am I your flagman, but I am also going to be your host for this entire series. My name is Austin Simmons. And this being the first installment of the podcast, I'd like to take a minute and kind of express everything that, this is going to entail. First off, it's going to be a recap of the last racing event we had, considering the week after the 22nd rained out, so this podcast will be about 722 recap, which is not going to be an in-depth recap because we would still like people to go see in person, and me telling you over a podcast isn't going to relive all the intense moments that did happen at the track on 722. But to get into it, we're going to go over the winners. I'm going to give you a quick points rundown of the top three of every class. And this is going to be every week. I'm going to give you an updated point standing, the top three of every class, the battle that's going on there. And then hopefully starting next week or the week after, I can get a driver to come in for about 10 to 15 minutes and talk. And then towards the end of the podcast, we'll go into what to expect in the upcoming weeks. I'll give you my weather report and then talk about what's going to happen that Friday night or that weekend, whatever's going on, and then we'll wrap it up and go racing on Friday. So to start it off, on July 22nd, we had our Crate Late models, our UMP modifieds, the 602 modifieds, a Charger event, 4 cylinders, and our Bomber events, regular night of racing. It was worth double points last weekend for anyone that was wondering. And for the Crate Late models, the 32 of Brett Trimble took the checkered flag after 20 laps, pulling his car into victory lane for yet another victory, which is really good to see Brett have a really good year. Really is good to see any driver have a good year, to be honest about it. And then Rick Singleton, a former pro football player, took the checkered flag for the UMP modifieds actually this weekend, putting him on top, which was an interesting story because when I took him the checkered flag after the end of the race, he looked at me and told me that he was not feeling well and he had come down with some sort of illness, but he assured me that it was not COVID-19 related, so there was no need to really worry. The only thing he did mention is that he would recommend, washing my hands after passing off the checkered flag to him. So, hopefully he's in good health this week and we see him out here this Friday. Always good to see a lot of cars out there. Makes for good competition. Like to also see a good amount of fans sitting back on the hill. It's nice to have fans back up the drivers. Really is. You don't get the same experience sitting at home watching it on the TV. It's a lot better experience if you go out, sit on the hill, cheer on your favorite racers, whether they're your friends, your family, or just an athlete that you really like to see go out there every week. Next up on my list, I got the 602 winner, Billy Van Meter, pulling back into victory lane again. He's running up there on the points going for it. This is a reoccurring victory lane appearance for him. Then in the Charger class, we have no stranger to victory lane, EJ Rozak, taking another 12-lap feature home for the family. And in the 4 cylinders, we got Brad McCarr going up there on the win, and then Colton Cup scoring the win in the Bomber event in a brand new vehicle. Always good to win with a brand new vehicle. Now next, going up here, going to go over the points, see what we got going on here in points. Starting off with the Crate Late models, Brent Trimble, the 32 car, has got 560 points, currently leading not only the Roy Knob Raceway, but also leading the national championship points for fast track Crate Late models. And if you don't know what that is, check it out. I'll put a link to the website down below in the description. You can check out the points rankings from there. But a quick rundown, the fast track national points is a chase for $20,000 for whoever can accumulate the most points by the end of the season. So far, Brent Trimble is leading the pack. Always good to see a local guy up here at Roy Knob making a national appearance. This fast track point isn't just for Northern West Virginia, Central PA, but it is also for the entire United States. Coming in second, we got the water boy, Luke Heyer, right behind Brent Trimble with a 497 coming into the points total. Luke has came into victory lane a lot this year, right behind Brent Trimble. Coming down to the end of the season, those two are going to be making a run at each other for the points championship. Luke Heyer taking home the points championship in the prior year in 2021, clinching that with 3 races left to go in the season as well. An impressive young man for sure. And then in third place, a regular racer here at Roy Knob, the 20B of Lane Brock, sitting right behind Luke Heyer with 480 points. A couple wins could put Lane right there in the chase for the win. Moving along to our next class, the UMP Modifieds. Leading that is Greg Hogger, driving the T2 with 481 points. Greg is a normal here at the track. He's pulled away a few wins so far this year, and his points show for it. Gary Dalton, another last season championship winner. Gary won the 2021 points championship here at Roy Knob. Currently sitting in second place with 378 points. Gary just a few wins off of that first place total, but not to where we still have a lot more racing left to go in the season. And then bringing up third is a guy that is here a lot up here at Roy Knob. Scott Bittinger, driving the 29, sits third place with 252 points. With the 602 Modifieds, Kevin Van Horn of the 83 car coming in first with 551, but right on his coattails is Billy Van Meter, who, if you recall, won last week on 722, puts him at 510 points. And then Wyatt McCarr, the 5M, sitting at 298 points in third place. These next couple weeks is going to be between Billy and Kevin, unless someone else likes to squeak up there and win the next 3 in a row, but anything is possible. Really is when it comes to the racing world. You never know what is going to happen on the racetrack. In the Charger class, EJ Rozak having a phenomenal season out here on the track. Taking home, I believe, the first 7 races of the season, EJ Rozak took home the checkered flag until finally falling to Kevin Potter in a Charger main event, which featured around 16 cars. EJ sitting in first place with 585 points. Bub Van Deventer sitting in second, the 44 driver, with 469 points. And John Vayton of the 13, who's having a heck of a run in the second half of the season, sitting at 390 points. The 4 cylinders. Seems like they have a new winner every weekend in Victory Lane whenever I come off the flag stand. Colton McNanny so far in first place, the 51 car, 535 points. Dolan Winland sitting in second place, the 24W driver, with 459 points. And then Sean Meddy, the 45 driver, sitting third place with 393 points. And last but certainly not least, our Bombers class is going for some points this year. Brandon Bauman so far sitting comfortably in first place with 481 points. Junior sitting in second with 242 points, and Tanner riding the coattails of Junior with 229 points. And that's been the points recap so far up to this year. And now this would kind of be the part in the podcast where hopefully in the upcoming weeks, I will put my business email down below in the description for any of you drivers that would like to come on and just spend a couple minutes, talk on podcast, get your name out there, help me draw in a couple fans for the Raceway. Just send me an email saying you want to come on. You can discuss whatever you want to talk about, whether it be your car, a previous race, or even if you just want to give a big shout out to your sponsors on YouTube. All is fine with me. This is kind of just made to have some fun with it, as well as try to draw some attention to our local dirt track and hopefully draw some more people into the crowds, because we definitely want to pack the hill. Now for our upcoming weekend, I've been keeping a strong eye on the weather all week long, as I know Thursday night there is an 80% chance of rain up in the area, but when I look for Friday night, I'm only getting a 30% chance of rain. So for anyone that's kind of hesitant on the weather, I would say go ahead and plan to come on out to the racetrack, as it looks like it's going to be a beautiful evening for racing. A little bit of humidity in the air could help the track stay tacky all night long. Gonna have a good night of racing, as this weekend we actually have a special for everybody. The old timers are bringing the cars back out for the Classic Racing Series this Friday night. They will be coming into the gates, showing off their cars with a nice little car show, and then they're going to put them to the test back on the track again. We'll also be coming at you with our Fast Track Crate Late models, UMP Modifieds, 602 Modifieds, the Charger class, the 4 cylinders, and this weekend we will also be hosting the Bomber division. Be sure to always come every Friday night if you can. I understand that sometimes it's not possible to come every Friday night because of work, because of the economy. Everything kind of plays into a factor here. But I'm telling you, it's definitely worth it to come check out the track, your local drivers. And I'll be honest with you, from my kind of growing up around it, I've made so many friends going out to the racetrack whenever I raced mini wedges, from just going out there and hanging out with my friends, watching the races. And now that I'm flagging, I feel like I've got a family that will stick with me for the rest of my life. And if I ever need anything, I feel like, even though I would be a little hesitant to reach out to everybody, I feel like if something were to happen, everyone would be at my side and there. And that's what it's all about, folks. Dirt track racing, it's fun to be around. You meet some great people. You meet lifelong friends. You could even meet a roommate while you're there. It's a good place to go out, have fun. It's family fun. And remember, kids 11 and under always get in free. Unless it's the pits, the pit gate is cut in half for kids 11 and under. And veterans with a valid veteran ID, you are able to get in to the grandstands absolutely free of charge. Come enjoy some great food. Talk to the people beside you. Talk to your neighbor. Bring your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. Bring the whole family out. Come watch the old timers. Come watch everybody else run. And we'll have a good night of racing. And until next week, this has been Taking the Green Flag at Roy Knob Motorsports Complex. I'm Austin Simmons, and I am signing off for the week. Hey guys, thank you so much for giving this a listen. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little bell button so that way you never miss out on another podcast again. And be sure to give my other podcast and my Let's Play videos a chance. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.